What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the 3829 podcast. If you don't know by now, I'm your host, Trey. Now, before we jump into it, make sure you hit that like, comment, and that subscribe button. Now, today I got Ice back on the pod, and make sure y'all give him a warm welcome. Welcome him back on the pod, and I'm going to let him holler at y'all one time before we jump into it.
What's up, 3829 family? It's your boy Ice. Did you miss me?
Man. Man, I just want to start off by saying shout out to Shador Sanders, man. I feel like with that last game or his first official NFL game, he definitely silenced a lot of the haters. You get what I'm saying? Did he play perfect? No. Did he look like the next coming of Tom Brady? No. But you have to take in consideration he had limited reps with the first team. Now, is that the full strength first team that was out there? No. But he had limited reps with the first and second team squads. You know what I'm saying? So the chemistry was not fully there. And I would say that there was only two plays that you've seen Shador really get rushed or look uncomfortable. You get what I'm saying? Two plays. Outside of that, I would say that he had an outstanding game for, what everybody was, saying that he was. I would say I feel like he's better than Dylan Gabriel because all of last season, Dylan Gabriel was on Oregon, a much better team, man. How much did you hear about Dylan Gabriel? That's all I got to say on it. But what's your take on that, Ice?
Man, thing first, let me hit my selling, man. Look, man, uh, I think this is a good first showing for Shador, right? Not great, not excellent, but good, right? It's something to go off of, it's something to build from, it's something to okay, so he has potential, he can play. All right, cool. Let's see him, in some more scenarios, right? Let's get him some more playing time, right?
No, for sure.
This is usually this is usually, what you would think, especially from a fifth rounder. Fifth rounder, right? If a fifth rounder comes out and overachieves, right? Typically they get more reps and more playing time, am I right?
No, definitely, because it only makes you look better as an organization.
Right. But for some reason, even though he performed well for a fifth rounder, somehow we judging him as if he's a first or second rounder. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't see how that makes sense, right? Um, but let's get into a little bit of the plays, right? Um, where I seen improvement from Shador, right, is there were a couple plays out there where I seen him instead of him just immediately going to scrambling, he trusted a block, trusted a protection, even with a edge rusher coming through, right? The running back picked up that block. Shador was able to hold that ball for a second, zip it in that end zone, right? So that was a good play. There was, a 4th and 2 play, unfortunately, where he may have scrambled a bit too much, and instead of him, staying poised, staying composed, he ran backwards, right? He has a habit and a tendency of doing that, right? So that's going to have to change, right? As he's, developing his career. But I mean, so far, it's looking up for Shador, considering, Miles Garrett, team captain, is behind him, right? Even advocating for him getting more reps, right? And also, you got to keep in mind he's already sold $250 million worth of jersey sales, right? Uh, Browns fans just they want some improvement, right? And Shador right now looks good. He's bringing in the organization some money, so I say roll with it. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it going.
No, definitely keep it going. I mean, why would you want to tank somebody's stardom? And like I said, I definitely think that he's better than Dylan Gabriel. And why would you, whether you're going Dylan Gabriel or if you're going Shador, why would you waste a year of these guys' progression for Joe Flacco? So I feel like Joe Flacco shouldn't even be in the conversation, if we're being honest. He shouldn't even be in the conversation.
I mean, Flacco does what? Gets you wins you 3 or 4 games, right? I get, he's the experienced guy. I mean, yeah, like you said, what do you see from Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel that just makes you say, yeah, these are the guys ahead of Shador? Like I don't get it. I don't see it, right? Unfortunately for Dylan Gabriel, right, he did, get hurt, right? So, what I'm saying, that's unfortunate, right? Same, for Kenny Pickett, but it's like, come on now. At this point, we got to stop denying.
No, for sure, for sure. Um, and
But
I don't even know what the reason for it is. I mean, obviously we're all shocked by the draft and everything, but realistically, I would think that the name on the back of his jersey would give him a leg up versus be something that's hindering him. And it seems like the name on the back of his jersey is something that's more so hindering him than giving him a leg up.
but man, we can't talk about Shador without talking about Shiloh.
No, for real.
Man, oh man, boy. Hey, Shiloh was all over the place, right? He was everywhere, man. He was assisting tackles, getting some tackles, breaking up. I seen him break up a pass, Seen him, coverage, helping out in coverage, just doing all the little things on the field. You know what I'm saying, to make a defense even better, right? Now he went undrafted, right? And he signed with Tampa Bay and whatnot. Um, I'm liking what I see from him. I think he can get a roster spot, honestly. He plays aggressive. You remember back in the day, like Ryan Clark, how he would kind of throw his body,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, yeah, I see a little bit of that, right? I'm not saying he can be as good as Ryan Clark. I'm just saying I see similarities, right? Where like he's sacrificing himself. He does need to, obviously gain some weight, what I'm saying, get some muscle on and whatnot, but that'll come with time.
No, for sure. Um, Me personally, I have nothing negative to say about Shiloh. I'm not sure if you've seen the clip, but he needs 3 picks this season before Dion on the jersey. You feel me? He need 3 of them things.
Oh man. Hey man, that's prime for you, brother. He always got high standards and he gonna hold you to it.
Not for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? He gonna
But
hold you to it.
I mean, definitely don't want to skip over the brothers, but to move on past the brothers, definitely shout out to them. But I think that we need to talk about the quarterback issue that has been an issue for some years now. It's dang near going on a decade at this point. And I don't get how you have such a fall from grace at a singular position. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know who I'm talking about, it is going to be the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
Obviously, at this point, Anthony Richardson wasn't the guy. At the time of picking him, Anthony Richardson wasn't the guy. It's just, what are we doing? And we continue to invest. And I'm going to let you know right now, Daniel Jones is the guy.
Nah, nah. Man. Where do I start? I was one of those guys, right, that wanted to, at least give Anthony Richardson a chance, right? Everybody deserves a chance. He had potential. He had, what I'm saying, some athleticism. So I said, well, you know what? This could shake things
Hold on.
up.
Hold on. Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. Potential?
I mean,
He had a
athleticism,
combine performance. He had a combine performance. That's what it was.
I understand, but
He
you couldn't deny the athleticism, right?
true.
Only problem was the holes we saw coming in from college to going to the pros. He did not fix those whatsoever, right? And you could say, well, he was injured, you know what I'm saying, hurt and whatnot, but I mean, the brother subbed himself out because he was tired.
Yeah, that's a
No,
conditioning issue right there.
that's when I was really done from the Anthony Richardson bandwagon, right? Last season he had 1,800 passing yards, right? And he threw for 8 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. Are we serious? 8 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. You haven't improved one bit from college. Not even a hint of improvement. Not even a sign that the only thing that's consistent from the NFL to college is your running.
Running off the
Brother,
field?
we need passing.
You mean running off the field?
Running into an injury, putting himself off the field. So, yeah, you can say that. But, I mean, shoot. It's just like, man, this is just ridiculous. Man, listen, man. Everybody ain't going to be a Cam Newton or a Michael Vick. You know what I'm saying? Like, we I know we look at those guys and we see, you know, the greatness they had and all that. Even Jameis Winston a little bit, you know, he showed some flashes.
Hey, well, that's who
Our
the coach just got. The Dollar General, Jameis Winston.
hey man, they must have thought he was gonna be RG3 without the injury.
I don't
Oh
know
my
what they was
goodness.
thinking.
I mean,
And
I
that's
mean, it,
why that was one of the biggest reasons that I was so upset about Shador going to the 5th round.
yeah, yeah,
Like, because I feel like y'all has there's so many question marks at the quarterback position in the league, at the starting quarterback position in the league,
right.
that I feel like Shador, starting all 4 years, with his track record, forget what the media says about him. You get what I'm saying? You know who his father is. You think that his father is really going. Yes, his father was prime time. He was showboatish. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, when it gets down to the nitty gritty, like, and it's on the field stuff, you think that he gonna let him slack off to the on the field stuff? Prime was prime because not only did he talk a whole bunch of junk, you know what I'm saying, but when he got on the
Back.
field, he was able to back it up.
Yeah, I mean, Prime, he went toe to toe with some greats, man, some greats. Didn't back down. But I mean, yeah, like I mean, okay, so when it comes to Shador, we got to think about this, right? Tom Brady was working out with Shador, right? Tom Brady. I want you to put that into perspective for a second, right? Tom Brady don't just do stuff just to do stuff. He don't
Definitely not.
care about your money because if he did, he would have took bigger contracts during his NFL career. And he don't train anybody just to train, right? If one of us tried to work out with Tom Brady, he tell us get the heck on. You know what I'm
Because if we
saying?
being real, it's no amount of money you could pay him to make him want to work out with you. It's just,
Right.
are you that good of a prospect? Are you worth his time?
Exactly. Exactly. He has to see something in you. And a lot of people see something in Shador that apparently the NFL and the organizations, you know what I'm saying, this, but let's just call it what it is. It's buck breaking. They're trying to buck break. All right. Like let's just keep it a band. Right? That's all it is. Right? Millions of people around the world see something and y'all trying to tell us, nah, y'all all wrong. Look, okay, don't take the opinions from me and Trey. You know what I'm saying? The average Joes. Take it from Shannon Sharp and Ocho, right? On their podcast, they like, look, I know what an offense is supposed to look like. I know what the throws supposed to look like and where they supposed to be. Shador looks like a guy that can get that done, right? So if NFL greats is backing him up, if his team captain is backing him up, what more do you need to see from him so that we can say, okay, yeah, let's give him more reps, let's play him more, and let's see what he can do. That's literally all you get. Just play him and see what he can do. If he turns out to be a bust, okay, cool. You can go like, see, I told you. Da, da, da. But if he turns out to be great, that means you got a steal. You understand what I'm saying? You got a steal.
No, exactly. Especially once you got like once he was still sitting in the third round, like there was any team with a question mark at their quarterback position should have been snagging him up.
Exactly.
Because I bet
Exactly.
I'm willing to guarantee that given the chance, he outperforms Jackson Dart this year, which is where he thought he was going.
Right. Shout out to Jackson Dart. He actually didn't play too bad in that first preseason game. I saw some good things, but definitely definitely think Shador should have been up there
No,
for
for
sure. I
sure.
I, I still think he should have been a Giant, but it's neither here nor there. We'll see. Time will tell.
No, for sure. But let's talk about Shador's former teammate, Travis. You feel me? He also popped out uh preseason week 2. Um and
Bilal Kone, thoughts and prayers out to him. You know what I'm saying? Very unfortunate what happened, and we just wish him well, speedy recovery. Unfortunately, he will not get to play for this season, and yeah,
no, for sure. That's definitely sad to see. You know, fifth round pick this season. If y'all didn't know, took the hard route to the NFL. Went from JUCO, made it up to D1, then ended up making it to the NFL. And sadly, his chance may have been ripped away, strictly because of an unfortunate injury. But as I was saying, I wanted to spend a second just talking about Travis Hunter, number 2 overall pick in this year's draft, last year's Heisman. And a lot of people said that he couldn't play both sides of the ball. I know a lot of people will look at that missed tackle and say, oh, yeah, see, that shows you he can't play both sides of the ball. It was his first ever NFL game. The same way that we can look at these other guys and say, oh, they did so great, but you can't put it on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? It's a preseason game. The same way we're going to flip it and do with Travis. Yes, he missed the tackle on defense. Does that mean that he cannot play that side of the ball? Not at all. You know what I'm saying? He actually was doing pretty solid in coverage, you know what I'm saying? And when it came to the offensive side of the ball, he was doing good on the receiving end too, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that we seen anything from Travis Hunter that makes you want to say like, oh, whoa, no, this ain't gonna work out long term. Oh, this guy's a butt. Like, no, it was the first game of the preseason. But what you got to say on that, Unc?
well, I mean, so there's some things to look at, and there's some things to go over, right? First and foremost, I'm rooting for Travis. I am. Um, we when it comes to Travis, like he was the Heisman winner, Jim Thorpe Award, just all what I'm saying, all types of accolades and awards, and it's like a man that should have been celebrated all summer is getting ridiculed, right? Not because of what he's doing on the field, but his situation off the field, right? And I'll leave that alone, right? Because that's another topic for another day. But let's start with offense, right? So on offense, right? Playing receiver. He looks like a natural athlete, right? He looks like he can, what I'm saying, get to spots, whatever like that. The one thing I will say about Travis is sometimes he has a tendency to overdo his routes, right? He'll put an extra move in there that probably doesn't need to be there. And it'll take some time away from, take some time away from the quarterback, so the quarterback has to hold the ball a little bit longer, right? But one thing about it is that's also on the quarterback to know his player as well, right? So, um, the plays that we call for him, right? Maybe we have to alter him a little bit, to kind of fit his place there, and see if Trevor Lawrence could get him that ball right. Because I definitely would love to see him connecting on some deep balls, right? He played what was it, 9 snaps on offense?
I don't remember the exact number, but one thing I did just want to say is I feel like coming into it, obviously we heard a lot of people saying that Travis wasn't gonna be able to play both sides of the ball, right? Um,
Yeah,
like I said, from what I seen, I wouldn't agree with that, but I feel like that that question was misproperly phrased. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when they were saying was he gonna be able to play both sides of the ball, um, obviously being a number two overall pick, you're expecting him to be a standout on both sides of the ball. And that's where I feel like the differential is. I feel like people are asking, will he be able to play both sides of the ball consistently? But I feel like they're really looking for, is he going to be able to play both sides of the ball consistently and be a standout on both sides of the ball?
right, right. Now, I get that, right? Because as a number two pick, right, you have to show why you're a number two pick. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Again, I'm not trying to come hard on Travis, right? He had 2 receptions for 8 yards, right? Um, so I mean, it was okay. We got to see another sample size, right? We got to see more sample size. We got to fill them out. You know what I'm saying? See, you know what I'm saying? We just got to see more, right? We can't. It's hard to judge it off in one game, right? But he did. He looked pretty athletic, right? Almost like a natural on the receiving side. On defense, right? Let's talk about it, right? Because this is where he got a lot of criticism, this past week. Is when it comes to defense, right? So, right, obviously we went over the missed tackle, right, and that's just him, what I'm saying, getting better with his technique, right? Uh, One thing about the missed tackle is, when he was in the Heisman race, a lot of people criticized him for low tackle numbers, right? Now, obviously, it was kind of ignorant because quarterbacks did not throw his way. You know what I'm saying? It did not want to try him. And we know when quarterbacks don't throw your way, well, I mean, you still got to cover the guy, right? So you're not going to have, right? But the missed tackle will be talked about until, we see improvement in that area. I mean, it kind of just is what it is. There was a play where he did get burnt, but the QB did not throw his way, right? Now, that is not to say he couldn't have recovered and made a play on the ball, but that is something to keep in mind, right? NFL receivers are far faster, far more athletic, far smarter, right, than these college receivers. In that Pac-12, right? Pac-12 was this conference, right? Yeah. And but I mean, for the most part, he looked solid, right? I can't say he looked, oh my gosh, great, but he did look solid on the defensive end, right? There's potential there. It's not like he can't play it, but right now, if I had to say, it would look like the team might lean towards him playing more receiver than DB, and that's kind of just my assessment for right now. Right, I do want to see him improve and get better in those areas that we talked about, and be able to play both sides of the ball at a pretty consistent and elite level.
No, for sure. And I definitely agree with what you're saying as far as, using him more on the offensive side right now. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Start him off, get him, situated in the offense, and then, you can continue to develop his defense, over the course of the season, over the course of a few seasons. Because I mean, all he really said was he wanted the opportunity. He's not saying that he wants to play every snap on defense going in the first year. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, yes, he's your second round pick, but it's the goal over of the team versus Travis. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, he can be the future of the franchise, but it's the goal of the team versus Travis. We're not going to lose games because Travis wants to play defense. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like
No,
that's what you say.
no, I'm in agreement, right? Absolutely, right. The team is going to do what the team sees best, right?
No, for sure.
And only time will tell on that. But I'm sorry, what was you about to say?
No, I was just gonna say, that was pretty much all I had to say for Travis Hunter, and I was gonna go ahead and transition into the WNBA, and
Brother, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, no, no. I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm not gonna let you do that. What we're not about to do is skip over his teammate Cam Little hitting a 70-yard. What? 70 yards? 70 yards? Come on, dog.
hey, I'm gonna
Are
be
you kidding
honest.
me?
I'm gonna be honest. I ain't catch that. I just catch the game review. You feel me? Just tuned in on Travis tape, so that's on me. But no, I ain't
Come
catch that.
Go back, watch the video. Matter of fact, put the clip in here, man. We need to, come on, man. The people need to see that one. But
Man,
oh
you
my
you
goodness.
making my job too hard. You making my
Well,
job.
hey, listen,
All
listen.
right, fine, fine. The clip is in there right now. This guy, man, making me work harder than I need to, man.
A 70-yarder, bro. That's the
Nah,
NFL record.
hey, nah, that's a bomb.
That's
But
crazy.
nah, for sure, that's a bomb for sure. But like I was saying, man, I wanted to go ahead and get into the WNBA. But now, if y'all have not heard yet, man, if y'all have not heard, there are projectiles flying at these WNBA games. The players have to duck. They're not worried about five fingers. They're worried about one. Just one object across the face. I'm not sure. I believe it was Cameron Brink that interviewed on it. Just said she could only imagine one of them things bouncing up, smacking her in the face. Now, if you don't know, the objects that are being thrown start with a D and with a dough. Yeah, I can fill in the blank. I'm not getting canceled on YouTube.
Absolutely wild, dog. Where are they getting this?
No,
Where are
for
they
real.
getting it?
Like they said, are they bringing them in their purses? How are they getting into the facility?
How are they
Are,
sneaking it in, man? They
are
got
they
it.
selling them at the team stores? Like, what's going on? Listen. No, cause listen, I ain't been to a WNBA game in a while. But when you go to the NBA games, and a lot of the times, same venue, they don't even give you your water bottle cap. They don't even give you the cap to your water bottle to seal your water bottle back. How is they getting these objects in the arena?
Man, dog. This is downright ridiculous, man. This is, bruh. Where are they, bro? Where are they? I'm really confused because where is they really putting them?
Don't tell me they keep
They
seeing
don't
these things.
like, like, why are y'all carrying this around, man? This is
Listen, Listen, don't tell me they concealing them like it's jail now.
Oh man,
Don't tell me they done kissed her them things, dog.
I can only imagine, dog.
Nah, for
Man,
real.
I know the mug. I know the mugs stank when they throw. hey, hey, man, look. So hey, they had a they initiated a policy right after the first game that had happened, saying no bags. Dog, they was still on the court.
I'm telling you how they getting them in, dog. I'm telling you how they getting them in. They don't even give you your water bottle cap back, bro. They
Bruh,
listen. It's a two-person effort. One person holds on to it. The other one does the placement.
dog. And then they launching that on the court, dog. That is just crazy,
No,
man.
for real. Crazy work,
Who
bro.
who thought to throw that on the court, man? Are we sure these ain't paid actors from the WNBA commissioner's office or something, man, to get more
Said we
views?
need more views. We need somebody talking about us, man. They need to talk about us on the 3829. That's what they was thinking.
They must have said, man, Caitlyn, Angel, and Paige are not enough mark, and we need something else.
No, for
Oh,
real.
I know the dough.
Right, listen.
Um,
All I will say is, man, give it about 2 to 3 years, and WNBA is it's gonna have some viewers. When Paige develop a little bit more, you feel me? Because I feel like there's going and let's not forget about Sabrina either, because Sabrina's still pretty young.
yeah. But the main ingredient, right, is Juju Watkins, right? Soon as she comes out of college,
No, for
oh,
sure.
it's the floodgates.
But the thing
Floodgates.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. You gotta understand though that the team. Well, it just depends on where she's going. I do you think that Juju faces the backlash that Caitlyn does? Like when she gets to the league, if she gets the same type of support, do you think that she would get the same type of backlash and like hate from the players?
Nah,
So you think
because
it's race?
Caitlyn is a rare case where like this is the first time, you know what I'm saying, a woman has come in and she just brought so many eyes, right? To
No,
where the
for sure.
players
But I mean, Juju definitely still got a good amount of attention on her as well. I'm not gonna say that she got Caitlin Clark level of attention, but I mean when you cause I mean, think about it. Before Paige had went to college, she was you get what I'm saying? She was like for what high
well,
school players you get what I'm saying? For what high school players' popularity were, like for being a high school player, she was practically the Caitlin Clark of high school at that time. You get what I'm saying? Like people
yeah.
were predicting her to be the greatest women's basketball player of all time in high school.
I mean, yeah, Paige was she was definitely different in high school, right? Because I remember, you know, her videos popping up. Everybody and their mama was reacting
No,
to
for
her.
sure.
Dog, yeah, that was a crazy time, man. And then like, I mean, don't get me started on Angel, right? Like, Angel's popularity from high school was ridiculous. Like, I have never seen that in my life. Not for no, you know what I'm saying? Not for no woman's player that is.
Nah,
You feel me?
I'll be honest. By the time Angel was going off in high school, or maybe I just hadn't tuned into it. I'm be honest. I was out of paying attention to high school ball. I'm just now trying to get back into it. But yeah, I'll be honest. So I
I mean,
hadn't caught on to Angel until the LSU Iowa game.
she had fame dang near her freshman year, if not her eighth grade season. You know what I'm saying? She had that fame, right? I mean, what's going on in the WNBA right now? Right now, they're in their Larry and Magic era, right? This is Larry and Magic, right? Like I get it, right? We shouldn't pin Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark together, But this is what the media is doing to create views and attention and all that. You know, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying this is what's going on, right? So this is Magic and Bird. When Juju gets there, they'll be in a Jordan era, right? Where it's going to take it to the next level. And the reason I say that is because Juju just has so many of the young fans and everything like that, that whatever team she go to, and here's why I think Juju won't face as much backlash and criticism as Caitlin Clark, right? Well, number one, I think it's because of the
Well, no, for sure.
yeah.
But do you think part of it is the market that she's in? You think that part of it is her playing in Indiana? You think if she was playing like, and let's say, for the Liberty or, in LA, you think she would still get the same amount of backlash? Or even for the shout out, the Valkyrie, you think if she was playing for the Valkyrie, she would get the same amount of slack and a larger market?
I think she would, just because the type person she is, right? Like she's not trying to play into the little narratives and the little cliques that's going on within the WNBA. Because the WNBA, well, I mean, we wasn't paying attention to it before, but now the eyes are on it. People are starting to see it's real, real clicky. If you don't go along with their little clique, they don't like you, right? And I mean that's not right. You know what I'm saying? It's like the woman is bringing you in revenue, uh, bringing in more eyes. You should be taking that time to showcase your true talent. So it's like, okay, finally, somebody's bringing the eye. Now I'm gonna make you, I'm gonna make you fall in love with my game, right?
No, for real.
That should be the mindset, not act like it's, what I'm saying, a prison yard game or something like that. I mean, shoot, they treating her like they trying to take her lunch money back in high school or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then the refs not doing anything to like stop it or protect it. It's like, do not lose your number one asset. Like, how many times she's been injured this year?
No, seriously.
Hell, she ain't played half the games. So it's like, protect your assets, man.
No,
Protect your
exactly.
assets. Simple
Exactly.
and plain. If you want to grow as a league, right? I seen the whole pay us what we're worth shirts at the WNBA All Star. Man, I got news flash. Uh, if y'all don't lighten up, y'all ain't gonna get paid nothing.
No, exactly. That ain't gonna be no league.
Mm-mm.
No, for real. Especially when, and this ain't even no shade to the WNBA, but you can't ask for more money. That's like that's like if you run in a store, right? Your store lose money every year you asking for a raise. Where's the money gonna come from for the raise? And that's no slack to the WNBA. But what we just mentioned, the more eyes are coming to the WNBA. So instead of getting all antsy and start griping in the second year of it, you get what I'm saying? Like Angel Reese complained about a contract, and even if they were to change something with the salary cap today, her contract stays the same.
Nah, exactly.
It's
Right.
until you
That's
so that's when the change is gonna come. Is when it's time for these people to resign. When it's time for a Caitlin Clark or a Paige or a Angel Reese or a Juju to resign. That's when the change comes. But you get what I'm saying. But you also have to give it time for y'all to make enough revenue to be able to provide for that. You get what I'm saying? Because
right. So
the WNBA barely owns this league. It owns less than half to 50%. Cause it's had to sell so much of their league to the NBA just to stay afloat.
no,
You
exactly.
get what I'm saying?
And
Why would a owner give out more money when in reality they're losing money every season?
I mean that's true, right? Like, okay, even last year, right? Even though they made a lot more money last year than they have in years past, guess what? They were still negative. Why? Because when they were making more money, players start requesting, things like chartered flights, just all these different amenities, all these different things that they don't understand cost money, right? And you're only playing 3, 4 months out the year. So now, it's like you're accumulating all these expenses, and it's like, okay, we can give you these things, but you can't get a bigger salary and have those things. It's gonna come a point in time where you're gonna have to choose between, right?
Exactly.
Because I wholeheartedly agree. Like, look, I want to see them get paid more, right? I do, but you got to sacrifice on this front end to, what I'm saying, get that back end, right?
No, definitely. I mean, yeah, I feel like you just said it perfect. Definitely got to sacrifice on the front end so you can make it in the back end. You get what I'm saying? You hear so many stories about how many NBA players in the past made, similar, maybe a little bit more to what the people in the WNBA are making now, and they feel like they got cheated. That's just evolution. You get what I'm saying? I'm sure
Right.
Stephen Curry in 10, 20 years will feel like he got cheated. You get what I'm saying? I remember when Mike Conley had the biggest contract in the NBA.
Right.
Not no more. That contract is seen as like a getting off your rookie contract deal now. You get what I'm saying? Shea is making 70 million a year this year.
Shoot, now Reed almost matched. My God.
That's what I'm saying. So they just got to give it time. You get what I'm saying? And you know what? You may not see a million on your check, but do it for the next generation. Because if you genuinely, because that's what it is, it's all selfishness. Because if these women genuinely cared about the game of basketball and actually loved the game of basketball, they would care more that they're getting the attention and they wouldn't worry about the check.
Right. And you just said it right there, right? They're being selfish. They're not thinking long term. They don't they're not trying to, play it out the way business is supposed to go and conduct, right? They're talking about sitting out. Well, hey, I got a news flash for you. If you sit out and don't honor your contracts, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get sued. Simple and plain. Like that is the dumbest thing I just heard. You're going to sit out? Man, you're getting sued.
Seriously.
Like, I want you to think about it, right? If you told if you signed a contract, right, to where, you supposed to do some work, you got paid for it, right? And you were set to do it, right? What would happen if you don't complete your task? You get issued a court order for, hey, I'm suing you for the money I paid you and didn't get back, plus some lawyer fees, right? And then, guess what? Y'all gonna have to go through a whole court process, all that. Trust me, y'all don't want to do that. Majority of y'all cannot afford that, right? So, play out your contracts, honor your contracts, right? Make sure, what I'm saying, y'all fight for the future, right? Stop thinking about right now and fight for the future, right? When
100%.
like worry about negotiations. Golly, man. Worry about negotiations when negotiations come up, right? But right now, focus on basketball, focus on marketing, focus on getting your names out there, branding, you
Focus
know.
on producing the best product possible.
Yes, absolutely.
That's it. It's as simple as that. We just want the best product possible. I promise you, if the product was the best product possible, you get what I'm saying? If we didn't have people, pat statting or look like they stat padding because they done missed 15 gimme layups just to get the offensive rebound, you get what I'm saying? And that's no shade to nobody. But I'm saying if you giving us the best product possible, that don't happen. It don't. You know why? Because you do what you did this summer, which I will give a shout out to Angel Reese. She got in the gym with Lisa Leslie. That's actually doing something to show that I want to get better. I want to improve. You get what I'm saying? All right, y'all. That's going to do it for this episode. If you did like it, make sure you hit that like, comment, and that subscribe button. And I'm going to let y'all holler at Ice one more time before we jump out of here.
What's going on, 3829 family? Did you enjoy this episode? If you did, go ahead and leave a like, a comment, share the video, subscribe to the pod, and we're going to see you next time. Peace.